Hey guys, so I haven't really posted anything recently because I've just been so busy with my graduate program, but today I wanted to come on to show you guys how I organized my application. People apply to so many different schools, or some people just apply to like 2 or 3. It varies between each person. I did apply to quite a few schools. Thinking about what I can share to help you guys make this application process a lot easier. And one thing that I felt like I had difficulty with was organizing the application process for speech therapy programs. It was very difficult for me because the schools in California, which I applied to, you had to apply to the school itself and also to the graduate program. So it was just a lot of like navigating through both portals. I want to show you guys what I did. Let me pull it up. So what I did was, because I had to make lots of phone calls making sure that everything came in and was turned in on time, so I made a to-do list for every single school. And I have a MacBook, so I can create a checklist. And so I'm going to show you guys kind of how I did it and how I organized it. I'm going to show you an example from a school that I did apply to. And this is kind of the layout for every school that I applied to. I had a folder, a yellow folder, where I kept literally all of these checklists, and as I went along I checked off everything. So this was my checklist for a school that I applied to. I applied to Fresno State University, and I put the deadline up here on March 1st. The deadline is really important because you just want to be able to know when everything needs to be turned in. And I put their phone number here because, to be honest with you, I called these schools multiple times just to make sure everything was turned in and make sure they received my application, and just to follow up on that. So there are 2 portals that you are going to have to navigate through if you're from California. You're going to have to apply to the school itself, so it's the CSU Apply application, and then also the program itself. For CSU Apply, I had what I needed to submit underneath that, and then I had all the things that I needed in order to apply to the department. I had to submit an application online, and then I had to apply to the graduate post-bachelorette application, and then it required a $55 application fee. I had to submit transcripts to the university itself. I needed to do the GRE, which I put right here, GRE, and submit 1 copy of the GRE scores to the Fresno State Graduate Admissions. And so I needed to submit it to the school itself. So I put the school code down here, which is really important because it saves you a lot of time. You don't really have to go and look for it online. I had the apply to the department below, and this is everything that I needed to turn in to the department. Every single school is different about what they require from you. Some schools required me to mail it in, some schools required it through the portal itself. It says here, after applying to the university, you will be directed to the department application forms. Send a single envelope with a complete packet that includes 3 recommendation forms, each in a sealed envelope signed by the person writing the recommendation over the seal. So you see how specific that is? That right there is so specific that if you don't write it down, you may forget. Also had their address below so that I could refer back to that once it was time for me to kind of seal everything and submit it. For every single school that I applied to, I created this checklist. And specifically for the California schools, it's so difficult because you have to navigate through 2 portals. So that it's the CSU Apply and also SIDCAS. This was a really helpful way for me to organize the application process and just to make sure I had everything in order. I hope this video helped you in organizing your time and it made the process a little bit less stressful for you. I'm going to link my email down below because there may be a lot of people who have questions or questions about interviews or just in general anything at all. I'm here to help. Just feel free to email me. See you guys next time.